Hello and welcome, as today is the 18th day of November 2017. My name is Derek, and in this video, hashtag crypto trading, I'm going to go further within buy low, sell high, and add 5 more codes to the first 2 which were added, and those codes were that of Wings and QTUM. EOS is the first one, and with most of these I already have tokens within, and I'm just going to either buy it up to 2% or just start it at the current market value. I have about 3% of a Bitcoin, a little more than that, on EOS. I'm just going to put this one on here because I think this is a good candidate for such. I also like how it's starting to break out as well. So therefore 1/5 is being sold on these areas here, and then not shown on the chart. 192 is this high, so let's double that, close to 400,000, and a couple buy orders back in here. Now as far as the spreadsheet is concerned, this is what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to be adding codes THC, TKS, UBQ, and ZEN. Now when you look at these losses, these are simply what the buy cost would be for rake. However, EOS, I'm trading on a site with lower rake, which is HIT BTC. Their rake is 10% of 1%. So that will reduce it just a little bit, as we can see in here. Now how this spreadsheet works with each one of these. On top is the coins, which is the sum of the buys, subtract the sum of the sells. The last price is something that you put in manually so that it can calculate what the portfolio value is. The buys, the net sum of this. The cost of the buys, which is the net sum of the buys in here. And then the same thing with the sells, done the same way. Satoshi average, which is the cost of everything you bought, divided by the buys, and same thing with the sells as well. The formula for this, I take the amount, multiply the price, but this isn't the price that we actually use because this is Satoshi. So this number divided by 100 million would be 0.000246. So I multiply that together, and then I make it so it multiplies, in this case, 1.001. And now I got the data that I need, and all I have to do is just put in my sell and buys when they get executed. And to calculate this, I'm just taking the number here, which is calculated from on the plus minus by taking the net amount of sales and taking the value of what your portfolio is worth, which we can do with the last price and how many tokens you have left, and you subtract that from the buys. So that will calculate the plus minus on each one. And therefore the return on investment will be what it's up or down divided by that of your net buys. So I'll keep a running count of this. There's 7 codes here. I want to bring this up at least a dozen, probably closer to 18 to 20. But that would be the most that I want to do. Don't want to overwhelm the situation. But these buy and sell orders are going to take a long time to get in. You'll wake up one day, you got like 20 different codes you're following, and nothing happens. Next day, oh, one order comes in, and it's very common to just have nothing happen for a while, which is fine. So let's go on to the next one, which is THC. And we can see in here that there's this sell order in at 274, 337, 487, 738, and 987. And a buy order in at 175 and 101. The next one is TKS. With a buy order in at 13,100, buy order in at 10,000. Sell order in at around 27,000, about 34,000, 53, 83, and then this high, which represents this previous high as well. So that will be the sells. And what I'm selling is the exact same amount each time. So 1/5 of what I have. I got 100 tokens. I'm going to sell 20 each time. The next code after this will be UBQ followed by Zen. And there's the two buy orders below at a little over 10,000 and 6,200 Satoshi. Sell orders in around 21,000, 27, 38, under 60,000 and under 90,000 as well. And I think I have more than on this one, I think, and I have 6 sell orders. Let me just check my UBQ data. Yeah, 2.7% in this one. So I didn't buy anything, so technically I didn't pay this, but it's just a starting point for statistical purposes. Let's move on finally to ZEN. There will be more codes being added to this list. If you have any suggestions, please let me know for any codes that would. And my line should be up. That's because I need. Why are my lines not up? Let me see if this is the actual code. And this is something I did buy. I just haven't put my sell orders in yet. So let's do that. We are in that 27. Where would be the next place to sell? We look at this area here around 37. The difference is about 10 basis points on 27. So not a bad starting point at around 30%. Another sell order can be placed near this high in here. A little below the 50 handle number would be good. And then from that point on, we can look maybe somewhere near the 75 handle. Maybe a little lower and then go to the 100. Maybe go up to 66. And then maybe like 100 and 175, something in that area there. Therefore, as far as buy orders are concerned, the first spot I'd be looking at would be the previous low. That number would come in at around 219, and given the basis point number is going from 27 and change to 22, that's a difference of well over 20%. So not a bad number, I think, to go. So this would be the first buy order, and I'm only going to put a second one in. I'd like to have at least 2 there, just in case there's a decent size sell. What I don't want to have happen is only have one, and this thing just goes like all the way down here and then shoots back up, and I'm going to miss out on the other buy. But as far as the next one's concerned, I could see this resistance here, this resistance in here. So about 162. And what's important is making it a decent difference from the previous number. So a buy order in at 219 and 162. And there we have it. So a few other codes will be added over the next several days. And a lot of these things can be, at least I think, nothing wrong with leaving them, forgetting them. At least I wouldn't mind doing it myself, but when I have time to be more advanced, I mean, I'm going to do such. However, just the idea of simply waiting for orders to come in, if you log in and see no orders done, well then nothing to do. But you come in and say, oh, this buy order gets hit at 22. Well, now you can put a sell order maybe somewhere up around where it is now at 28 or 29. And if the sell comes in, then you can maybe buy back to, well, probably this area here. Wherever you buy or sell next, this is the area I'm going to try to get back in again. And when I sell, I'm selling 1/5 of each my original holdings on each of these levels originally. So I'm going to be able to buy back at a decent discount. If I'm selling at a 37 basis handle, buying back at 28, then I could easily buy 25% more than what I sold and get, well, that much free in the coins, in this case Zencash, and also get a free amount of Bitcoin as well. But there's no need for me to even care about this until it either hits the high or this low, and that's the same with every single one of these codes. I also feel, for what it's worth, that doing this with like a dartboard, just picking whichever code, is going to work the best. But you want to obviously find codes that are going to be the most bullish, ones that can give you the good volatility because they go up and down so well. Those are the ideal situations to look for. So therefore, thank you for tuning in, and I'll keep updating this every so often again, but it's going to work out that you could have a portfolio of like 15 different things, and you might get 4 or 5 trades a week, if that. Because I know before, when I was holding 60, 70 coins at one time, it was not uncommon for me to go like 12 hours and think, oh, no trades come in. Okay. Or even a day and a half, I get one trade that gets executed. Because you can go like 2 months sometimes before a buy or sell will come in, as I was showing you in some other previous examples on the Back in Time series. So thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.